Ooh, what the? I can't see you. Hold on a minute. Oh wow, hey guys, what's going on? It's Fry the Cop Guy here. It's Friday, Fries Day. Would you like some fries with that? Large fry, any way you want it. So hey, today's topic is going to be something that for when I was a beginner rider, I had a hard time finding any information about, and that's the MSF course. A lot of people that want to get in something new don't like newer things because they're kind of scared to, or they feel like for whatever reason the MSF is lame or whatever. Look, the MSF course, the Motorcycle Safety Foundation course, is a great course, and it costs only like $50 or $200, and some places it's free, but it's worth it for insurance reasons. It's worth it to be a safer rider, and it's fun, and you get to meet a lot of cool people that like to ride too, so you can't beat that. But this course is going to be because when I looked for courses online, YouTube, I couldn't find anything as far as what to prepare for myself for, like what to get into. I know Dan the Fireman does a lot of great videos, and he was an MSF instructor. He's a great guy. Moto Jitsu does a lot of videos as far as how to maneuver motorcycles appropriately. That guy can do a lot of crazy things with a bike. I mean, the guy rides a scooter around. I mean, you know you're a pretty good rider, and you don't even care when anyone else thinks when you just ride around a scooter. But I digress. So today's going to be about my experience. This one was in Delaware, so it's going to be, but they're all the same. They're all the same. A lot of the stuff is all national based, so it's all going to be about riding around for beginners. And like I said, this is the 2-day course. It's a 16-hour course, and I'm going to start from the beginning. So what to expect on day one? Make sure you have, before you even get to anything, make sure you have all the clothing you need. You're going to need long pants. Yeah, it's going to be hot. Oh, well, wear long pants. You can get riding pants, which are mesh, which the ones I have, the Sedichis, they're great. Or you can just wear jeans or any kind of long pants that cover no sweats. So they have to. They prefer. It doesn't say no sweats, but preferably jeans. You're not going to be riding that fast. Maybe 25 mile an hour, the max. But still, if you fall, it can suck, and you have to wear jeans. If you don't wear the appropriate clothing, they will kick you out, and you will go home. So long pants, a jacket. It can be a hoodie. I recommend getting a riding jacket like this because it has mesh. It's breathable. Plus, it has padding. You can have a long sleeve shirt if you really want to with a button up if you really feel like that. Eye protection. You don't have to have a helmet. They provide a helmet there for you. I brought my full face helmet with me, but you don't. I think you just have to have something that's DOT approved. I think you can even have a half helmet or a 3/4 helmet, but they give you stuff there to use. But I'm not partial to using other people's sweaty stuff, so I brought my own helmet. If you don't have a full face helmet, you have to bring some kind of eyewear, and you have to have boots or shoes that will cover the ankle. Riding boots, riding shoes. I got my Alpine Stars, which are fantastic. You don't need to spend that much money on those kinds of shoes and boots, but whatever you want, whatever you feel like you want to do. If you show up there in tattered jeans, not the right stuff. Show up there in the right equipment because they will kick you out. Trust me, they will not let you ride. It's a safety issue, and they're not going to have it. But what to expect, again, is you're going to walk in after you have all the right gear, all the right stuff. They're going to give you your course material. You're going to give you a pamphlet and a book. You're going to sign in. You're going to sit around and talk amongst each other. There's going to be like 12 to 15 people. I think I had 15. Also, if you're a walk-in, go, because all the walk-ins that I had come in all walked on. Even people that signed up for the course, they didn't show up for whatever reason. They want to spend the money and didn't show up. I don't know why. There's people that even dropped out of the course like after the first day. I still don't understand why about that, but everyone has their own reasons. But if you're walking, go, and just at least go there. Wake up early in the morning. You can't go, wait till the rest of the day, but go and see if you can walk on. Also, like I said, bring your gear, bring a good water source. Bring a good attitude. We're all new. We're all beginners. We all don't know what the heck we're doing. I still don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm learning every day, and dress for the occasion. You're going to ride in the rain or the shine. So it's raining, you're training, and it's shining, you're still out there. So if you got to bring whatever you got to bring to make sure you're more comfortable, then bring what you got to bring. The only time they won't ride is if it's ice or if it's thunderstorming, which probably will reschedule the course anyway if it's thunderstorming for 2 days straight. And if it's icy, they're not going to do it anyway. Just know that they also have the course. Their course only goes from, I believe it's March, April until October. They don't do November, December, and January, and February because, well, it's kind of cold, it's kind of icy, and they kind of don't want to play that game where it's going to be icy and they have to cancel a lot of courses. So that's why they only do it from then. If I'm wrong, correct me, please. I've known to make mistakes. I've made quite a few in my life. It is what it is. So what you're going to do, after all that, you're going to sit down and you're going to have a brief discussion about motorcycles. They're going to explain what the clutch is, the throttle is, all that kind of small beginner stuff. And then they're going to go right into it. I think it was like not even a couple hours in the course, and they went right out into the two good bikes. You're going to get like a 250, the Tux 250 Suzuki. I had the V-Star 250. They had the XT 250 Yamaha, which is a great bike. They had a few other things too. Every course has their own bikes that they give you. You can bring your own bike. I don't recommend bringing your own bike because you may drop it. No one dropped it. Actually, no one dropped it for my course. But you can drop it, and some people that don't know what they're doing can run into your bike and ruin your bike. So just use the bike they have. Plus, it's free gas. And if you do drop it for whatever reason, it's not your problem. And when you're out there, they're going to go over again. They're going to go over bike familiarization. They're going to go over the front brake is, what the back brake is, what the clutch is, what the throttle is, what the front, what the shifter is, where the fuel shut off and turn on is, where the throttle is, where the a bunch of things. So like I said, and majority of them I think were all carbureted, so it's all goes over Fine C, which is your startup process, and also goes over, you do your pre-inspection run, which is the T-clocks, which is, I'm not going to get into specifics about those because that's what they're going to go over there, and I'm not going to get too far into the weeds of that. So after you go over all that, you're going to start riding. So you're going to put the gear, they're going to tell you how to pull the clutch, they're going to tell you to pull the clutch in, put it in first gear, and you're going to rock the bike back and forth. You're going to let it into the friction zone, not to the friction zone, not through it, so you're not going to just dump it and then just, people are going to do it, people are going to stall, it is what it is. Everyone stalls, I stall sometimes too, it's life. I stall my Yamaha all the dang time because that thing is a pain in the butt, but hey, it is what it is. You're going to stall, it's life. So, no one's going to make fun of you, no one cares, everyone's new, so. And they do, they're weird. So you're going to do that. You're going to rock the bike back and forth. You're going to kind of rock to your tips to your toes, and then back to your heel, and then front and back and front and back. After everyone, they kind of get to where everyone's kind of good with that. Then you're going to duck walk there's like this long tarmac you're going to be on, and you're going to go down one side, and you're going to come back the other side, and down and back and down and back. And you're going to do that probably for about 2 or 3 times, both ways. And then they're actually going to have you ride the bike, so you're going to let out the clutch in first gear, give it a little bit of gas, and you're going to ride it down, and they're going to have you pull in the clutch, and then the front and back brake, both brakes at the same time, stop, and then as soon as everyone's good, they're going to turn you around, do it again 2, 3, 4 times, and then they're going to have you actually go down and shift, so you're going to go down, start in first gear, shift in the second gear, and then shift down in first gear, and then stop. Do that a few times, about 2 or 3 times both ways, and then they're going to actually get into other drills. And they're going to only go as the slowest person. So if there's someone that's really not getting it, they'll kind of stop. But they kind of move kind of quick. But if you have any extra questions, they will stop and they will talk to you directly. That's one good thing. Is there was 3 instructors and like 15 students, so they're pretty one-on-one with you. And if you have any questions, there's no such thing as a dumb question. So always ask. So then you're going to get into the drills. By then it might be lunch. You'll take a lunch, like an hour lunch or whatever, and you come back. Be sure you're back on time. If you're not back on time, they can kick you out of the course. So they're very punctual because they want to get. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of material to cover. They had to cover according to the DOT. So you have to get back at a certain time. So get back when I tell you to get back. You'll get back and they'll continue to go over drills. So some of the drills are going to go over is they're going to be going over stopping in the corner, emergency stopping in the corner. They're going to go over. Swerving, so cone swerve. They're going to go over emergency stopping. They're going to go over swerving. They're going to go over how to corner, how to shift gears and downshift and go into corners, how to maneuver from a 9-degree turn, how to do U-turns, how to go through and use your turn signal and do head checks, all different kinds of various kinds of things. If you can look it up and there's any kind of drills, MotoJitsu has a lot of great drills. He does. A lot of those are sometimes in the MSF course. And again, Dan the Fireman, he has a lot of good stuff as far as drills for that as well. So check those guys' channel out. Those guys are great. Those guys know a lot about motorcycling. Those guys are fantastic. And then after that, you'll get done around 5 o'clock for the first day. It's a weekend normally, so you'll get done 5 o'clock the first day, 8 to 5. And then you'll go to the second day. So the second day, you're going to go right out to the course. You're going to rail on the bikes. You're going to start them up, make sure everything's good, do your T-clocks, do your fine C, all that kind of stuff, and then you're going to start riding again. you're going to do drills all morning long. So from 8 to, I think it's like 12 o'clock, you're just going to drill. You'll get breaks. You get like 5-10 minute breaks where you guys use the bathroom, get water, do whatever, stretch. But you're going to drill. All you're going to do is drill. You're going to do all kinds of different things. And then through all the drills that you're doing, there are, like, I think four or five of them are actually on the test. So you're actually doing the test. So just pay attention. If you have questions, ask. If you feel uncomfortable, ask. Because a part of the final evaluation is if you don't look confident, they can dock you for it. So like I said, be confident when you do, and just be mindful. Like, you're not going to get hurt. And if you feel uncomfortable, put your foot down. Just don't put your foot down when you're going 25 miles an hour. It's probably a bad idea. So, like I said, just be comfortable. Just relax. We're all here to help each other learn. And if you have questions and you feel like you don't, for whatever reason, you want to talk to an instructor, a lot of the guys that did the course will help you too. Because some of the guys that did, they were been riding for 20-some years, and they just want to do a course just for insurance reasons, or they just want to get back into riding, and they had a long hiatus. But yeah, second day, you ride all day in the morning, and then you have lunch, and you do your final driving test. So you actually do your road test. They score you on a point scale. If you make a mistake, they give you a point. No one in my class failed. I got 0 points, so I didn't make any mistakes. Doesn't mean I'm a good rider. It just means I didn't make any mistakes on the test. There's people that made mistakes plenty, but I don't think anyone failed. And then you'll go in, and then you'll do it's like situation stuff. Like, they'll have you do drawings, and like, what would you do in this situation? What would you do in this situation? They'll have pictures on the screen, and they'll be like, oh, here's a 90-degree turn, or here's an S turn, or here's this kind of turn, or here's traffic, and what hazards are we looking for? What kind of safety things are we looking for? All those kinds of great things. And after all that's said and done, they'll go over some of the test stuff, and then you'll take the written test. After your written test, you're done. If you pass your written test and you pass your road test, they'll pull you out one by one. They'll say, hey, you passed, or hey, you didn't. But like I said, I don't think anyone failed on our course. And like I said, it's not a hard course, but people do fail. And if you do fail, hey, look, it is what it is. Just take it over again. It's not a big deal. I mean, people make mistakes all the time, and then just do some more practice. Not a big deal. But when you're done and you do your final driving test, and you do your written test, and you get your little card that says, yeah, I made it, it is not your actual motorcycle endorsement. So be mindful of that. It is not your endorsement. All it is a card that says, I took the course, and it's for insurance. And it's also something to hand it in to say that I completed the driving course to the DMV, so you can actually get your endorsement on your motorcycle license. Do not drive with that card, because your bike can be towed. None from experience. I never towed anyone's bike, but you can tow someone's bike because they technically don't have a motorcycle endorsement yet, so they don't have a motorcycle license. So get your endorsement, do the right thing. Also, you can send that picture to your insurance company, and they'll put 5% savings automatically. And in one of those pamphlets they give you, it'll give you other courses where you can do. It'll go over like different courses, like the advanced course, the trike course, the dirt bike course. They have all kinds of different courses. Which I'm going to take the advanced course here. You have to wait a year before you take the advanced course. So I'm going to take that, and probably, I guess it's this year? Is it this year? Yeah, it's been a year. So yeah, I'll take it this year. Look forward to that, because that's going to be fun. And like I said, it's hard. It's harder, and you learn new things. Always learn. The more you know about motorcycling, the safer you're going to be. And the more humble you are about it, you'll meet people who are way better riders than you, way better riders than you'll probably ever be. I talk to riders that are way better than I'll ever be in my entire life. But you know what? The more you learn, the safer you are. And so also, for the last tidbit of it, it's my recommendations. If you can get on a motorcycle beforehand, I rode about 2-ish months, and I only really did my parking lot stuff and a little tiny bit of road stuff, because I was kind of like antsy about getting on the road yet. It's fine if you're not ready to get on the road. Take your time. There's no rush. You don't need to go out there and buy a Ninja 1000 or a ZX6R and kill yourself. Take your time. Like I said, I bought my Honda CB500 and WR250R, and like I said, I'm going to be buying a Yamaha 9 GT coming up here in June. But take your time. Be smart about what you do. And if you're going to ride a bike, get it on a small bike. Don't get in your homie's 600cc super sport bike, because they're terrible for. They are absolutely terrible for like maneuvering, like really like slow maneuvering. They're meant to go fast. They're not meant to be in low RPMs and chug along. Get a 250. Get a get a XT250 Yamaha or WR250R if you feel comfortable on a taller bike. Get a smaller CC bike and practice. Dual sports are fantastic to practice with. My bike is fantastic to practice with. There's a lot of beginner bikes out there, the Duke 390s, the Smart Villain 401. All those bikes, they're all great beginner bikes. Get a beginner bike if you can afford it to buy beforehand. Fantastic. If you can't, then use one of your friend's bike, and if you can't, then use a bicycle. People think like, oh, I don't have a motorcycle, I can't practice, but then use a bicycle, because the same principles apply to a bicycle, to a motorcycle, and like both wise. The only problem is you just got to use a little more huffy power to get through where you got to get to. Set up the cones, do the practice, and yeah, it's going to be a little bit different because you have to use throttle control and different kind of braking mechanics, but a lot of the fundamentals are still the same. You're still balancing, you're still using counterbalance, you're still using all those types of things. If you can't do it with a motorcycle, do it with a bicycle. And on that note, I'm going to go out and ride today. I'm getting on my Yamaha 250R, and I'm going to the gym. So I hope you guys have a great day, and have a safe rest of your weekend, and always ride safe. See you guys soon.